Now on to our next segment, which is My Crypto Queries, MCQ. And for that, we have Rohas Nagpal. He's written the Crypto Playbook and also a chief blockchain architect at Hi-Fi Blockchain. Rohas, a very warm welcome. And now we'll be putting up these queries for you. First question comes from Satwinder, and it is, why have the prices of Green Metaverse token risen so much?
Sure. So let me just give you a background. So there is this platform called StepN where you can buy NFT sneakers, not real sneakers, NFT virtual sneakers. And then you go outside your house, put your GPS on, and depending on how much you run, walk or jog, you earn tokens, the GMT and GPS tokens. And then you can use that to mint new sneakers and sell them. Now you'll be surprised to know that from March 11th, when the price was about 1 cent, or 10 cents, I think it was about, it has jumped to about $3 in just about a month's time. But I think this is all based on speculation that they may be announcing a partnership with Nike, Adidas and Binance. I think it's extremely speculative. I tried to use their site. I never even got the activation code. So I'm very apprehensive and I would want people to be very careful with this.
Okay, I mean, what's your point of worry here? What's the biggest worry that you have?
Because this entire price jump is based on a speculation that they may announce a partnership with Nike, Adidas and Binance, which may not even come through. And secondly, their app doesn't work. I'm not able to get an activation code. So that immediately makes me wary that something is wrong in this one.
Well, thanks for clarifying that. Amir has a question. What about the Zilliqa coin?
Sure. So Zilliqa is a public blockchain which was launched in 2019. Now, I as a blockchain architect work on 16 different blockchains, but I have never got an inquiry to work on Zilliqa. So I have not really seen Zilliqa having much traction in the market, and the competitors to it are so many and so much better in technology. I don't see much future for this. It's currently about 19 cents and a $2.5 billion market cap, which is not so great for a blockchain which has been in existence for so many years. So I'm not convinced about it. There's nothing special in it.
Okay. Of our conversation, our conversation off the show, we've also discussed Pi Network once, but Prakash asked, is Pi Network really a cryptocurrency?
No, actually it is not. So what happens is users are giving information to the mobile app, they view ads and they can message other people. That's about it. So it is sort of like a multi-level marketing, but for user data. And I think the only people who make money are the founders because they are getting money from the ads that come on it. But I don't see any practical use of Pi Network.
And you anyway see multi-level marketing schemes with a suspicion, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's move on to our next question. How is central bank digital currency different from regular currency?
Sure. That's a very good question. So regular currency is also issued by the central bank, but they can give it to you in paper form, coins, or in the private databases of banks, which is what we have as e-money today, in our mobile wallets. But in a CBDC, instead of the bank holding these in their databases, imagine that the central bank would be issuing this on a technology platform of its own. And you could actually bypass the banks and directly individuals could have accounts with the central bank. And we could all use that one single account, which may be linked, let's say, to our Aadhaar card. So in that way, it becomes quite different.
But Rohas, like several supporters of CBDC, they say that, this will revolutionize the crypto space in the country. But do you see that happening? Because essentially it's just the digital form of the conventional currency.
So while I'm a very big fan of CBDC, I don't think it will have any impact on the crypto markets per se. It is not really meant for the crypto market.
But definitely an encouragement for the basis of cryptocurrency, that is blockchain and other setup?
Possibly, but it is not necessary that a CBDC has to run on blockchain.
Sure.
That is a misconception. CBDC can run on any technology framework, not necessarily blockchain.
Although government has been using blockchain in several other projects, whether it's about
right.
like degrees or even vaccination certificates or vaccination data. Several state governments have used blockchain in past. Okay, let's move on to our next question, which is, if I invest in crypto with 2 different accounts, how would it be in the tax criteria?
Okay, it's the same thing. It's like, you have money in your left pocket and your right pocket. Now, if you keep moving money between those pockets, your tax liability does not change. So, while moving money from one account to another is not in itself a taxable transaction because you have not actually sold it to a third party, but you have to calculate your profits across all your wallets and then pay 30% tax on them.
Right. That's all the queries that we had. But before I let you go, what is your take on the new tax regime and its relation to the market? Of course, there are several international factors at play when we talk about cryptocurrency market. But do you see any impact being created after this new tax regime?
I'm sure a lot of people have liquidated yesterday and they are now thinking when they should get back into the market, or a lot of traders, they are already using only the foreign exchanges. So I think what we need to watch for is how is this going to impact the Indian crypto exchanges? Are they going to have much lower liquidity? In which case then even normal users who otherwise don't want to go to a foreign exchange will probably have to move there because of the lack of liquidity here. So that I think is the biggest question. And only the exchanges will be able to answer that.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Rohas, for joining us for this conversation.